You know what? I knew it. Gotcha.
Welcome back to another episode of All Inclusive with two U's for you and
You.
I'm Nikki,
I'm Mia.
and here is part 2 of
Living with MS.
I like that. Part 2 of that. Y'all found it. So in this segment, I'm going to interview Mia to get her perspective from all of this that transpired. So y'all grab y'all tissues, because I didn't know we was going to need them last time. Grab a coffee, a drink, whatever, and join us. So my first question to Mia is, number one, how is your mental state? How was it then, and how is it now?
When you say then, what do you mean exactly by how was it then? Like,
Appreciate it.
Is it like before you or before the MS, or what we talking about?
The MS. How is your mental state? How was your mental state when you found out about the MS and that I had?
Okay. So, I mean, my mental was fine because, one, I had no clue what that was. So, she was like, I got MS. I was like, well, okay, man. We all dealing with something. But I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't know how that should affect me. And so I didn't really have anything. I guess that was kind of a good thing. Like, I didn't have anything good or bad. No intentions or no feelings about it.
Okay, so as we began to date, and the changes that you saw happening, how did you start to feel?
It was different at different stages. So, like at the beginning, where there was a decline, it was just like, okay, you just don't know how far this is gonna go or what you would do. So, I mean, I just stayed the course. That was it. Like, I tried not to get down on it because I felt like I had to be, I guess, mentally strong for you and to deal with the situation that was unfolding and unraveling fast in my face, you know. So you gotta have a deep conversation with yourself as well, because it's like, I did have a moment where it was like, do I want to do this with my life? Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I did. I was like, do I want to do this? Should I do this? If I do this, where is this going to take me or lead me within a couple of years? Or, you know,
How is it
going to affect me in the long run?
Right. How is this for my life?
Yeah, all of that. All of that.
So, did you ever feel like you didn't want to do it or couldn't do it?
There wasn't a time of that, though. There wasn't ever a time that I was like, I can't do this or I don't want to do this. It was just like I said, like, should I do this? If I do this, where am I gonna be in 5 years? Where are we gonna be? You know, so I didn't ever have that I don't want to do this, because if I did, I would have left. You know, if I didn't want to do this, I wouldn't be here. If I felt like it was too much for me, I would have left a long time ago. And I'm talking about 8 years before we even got married. So, you know.
So, do you feel like that you're missing out on... Okay, I think I'm going too fast. I think I'm skipping parts, because this is just kind of physical things, but as far as you watching me go through the treatments that I went through, how did that weigh in on your mental?
Wow. That was a little different. That was interesting, because different treatments cause for different feelings. Okay, like the first treatment, I was like, I don't want to stick you. What are you talking about? Stick yourself. Like, no. So I'm sitting here with needle, and I'm like, I don't wanna. Like, so different treatment calls for different things. And the first one, I was like, I don't want to do this.
This is heavy.
This is a whole lot. I feel wrong doing this. You find somebody else to do it. So, but then I got over that. And I ended up, you know, learning how to do it correctly, not being scared anymore, just going in and be like, so anyway, you know, like it ended up being like that for the first treatment. The second treatment was, I don't even really remember.
It was very short. It was very short. That was the feel.
Yeah. And I don't think you liked those either, did you?
I mean, I was happy to not be getting stuck, so I didn't care what the heck I was getting at that point.
Right.
I ain't got to stick myself. Yeah, let's roll with these pills.
Yeah. The first treatment, though, I think I was in more so with that one. Like, I had a whole schedule for that one of, like, because she had to not stick herself in the same position or the same leg or something. How was that?
It was rotating every 3 times, so if I stuck myself in my right fat stomach part, I'll do the left next time, then my legs, my thighs, upper thighs, and then both of my butt cheeks.
And so, look, we in a whole long distance relationship at this time, and I had a whole schedule. She would call me and be like, where am I going today? And I'd be like, oh, hold on, let me get my book. You going left, right side, or something like that. You can't go left, right side, but you go,
whatever, y'all get it.
You know, you go bottom left or something like that, like a whole schedule.
That's some real shit.
Yeah, I did. I really had a whole, like, I guess I can say that I was never not in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was always in it. Like, how many people you gonna know just start dating and then you jump and somebody has something or is dealing with a whole big issue and you jump right in, here to help, you know?
Yeah. I mean, kudos to Mia. Like, who would do that? Please leave in the comments.
I mean, there's some people that would do that. I'm just saying, you know.
But there are some people that will run.
That's true. That's true.
So who will honestly, if this is not your daughter or somebody that you have to be there for, like my mama, I mean, I didn't think she was going to be like, just leave, get out. But how many people will start off a relationship with somebody who demands so much, I'm going to say medical attention? Leave it in the comments. We would love to hear what y'all think. So with that being said, because we still on mental, the fact that we were long distance and you literally had no one to talk to about this other than myself, how did that make you feel? You didn't have an escape, because you did have people in your ear who were saying, get out, leave that girl be.
Again, it's still just like, I don't know, I dealt with people accordingly. I ain't gonna lie, you know. I'm not ashamed to say that, you know, my mother was one of those people who was like, you know, you don't do that. Don't involve yourself with this, you know. But as a mother should, I guess. You know
I was
what I'm
about to say,
saying?
you
'Cause,
can't blame her.
I don't blame her because I get it. Like, your child was then, you know, fresh out of
25.
college, 25. She saw my life going in a direction that was better than the situation. And I ain't mad at that. You know, so I didn't get mad when people was like, you need to leave, because she wasn't the only one. I had cousins, aunts chime in and tell me or ask me, do you really want to do this? Do you think you should? You should probably move on, you know? And I get it.
I told her too, y'all.
I totally get it. I can't really pinpoint a moment or anything that was like if you was to ask me, why did you stay? I mean, I don't know. Maybe I was just supposed to be here, you know? So it wasn't, to me, I didn't look at it as the end of the world. Like, I guess everybody else seen it. I just didn't see that this was going to be my end. I didn't see that it was just going to end in wheelchairs or things like that. It was like, this is where we at. Who knows what we're gonna be, you know?
Right. And that's just goes with anything. And that's crazy because that was my next question was, why did you stay so early on
let me
into
finish.
the relationship? But,
Let me finish what was it, cousins or people who had something to say.
Yeah.
Or not being able to talk to anybody.
Right.
So, I mean, that wasn't really hard either because it's just like, you keep some things to yourself anyway. And some things should stay to yourself because maybe that was for the good as well, because if I would have opened up and had these conversations with these people, maybe I wouldn't be sitting here. Because sometimes you can allow people, places, and things to affect your direction, and sometimes you aren't supposed to.
Right. Okay.
Sometimes just sitting in that solitude and being to yourself is the most clarifying moments of your life that you can have.
So deep.
Girl, get your life.
Woo-hoo. I'm with it, man. Okay. So on the scale of 1 to 10, how challenging has it been from, let's just say, the first 2 years of it? How challenging has it been for you? How somebody being like I'll say like a caretaker.
So how challenging was it in like the first 2 years?
Yeah.
Okay, so in the first 2 years, for me, it really wasn't that bad. That might be a question for your mama if you want to do a part with her or something. But because I was still in school like when we first started dating. You know, I was finishing getting my degree, and it wasn't until I did move, like you were dealing with this months before I even came, but once I graduated, I did move down there with you guys, and I did go because my original thought was, this is my girl, and her parents are kind of older, so I felt like I could come and be of assistance, and so that's what I tried to do. So within that first couple of months that I lived there, the caretaking was interesting because I had never done anything like that, you know, so you got to learn how to put a wheelchair. I've never folded a wheelchair in my life, okay? I barely seen them. And at this time, you know, you got to learn how to maneuver. I had to drive everywhere we went, and you kind of got to put yourself in a mental state where that's okay. You know, you get stared at and looked at weirdly sometimes, and you got to be okay with that. Like, I'll never forget the moment we pulled into the mall, and this older lady, it was 2 handicap spots, and we pulled into the mall, and she was in one of them, and she stood outside of her car. I remember I looked at you, I said, she don't think we're supposed to be here. She looked at us and said, we're not supposed to be here. And she stood outside her car until I got out and went to the trunk. She didn't know, of course, that the wheelchair was in the trunk.
The Thule could have been in the trunk. You hear me? I'm just playing. Playing.
She was just watching us, and she was getting ready to tell us to move, or we shouldn't be here, or to wait.
Where's your sticker?
Yeah. Or leave this spot for someone who needs it. And it wasn't until I got that chair out and situated it and rolled it to your side. She said, "Oh, it's a beautiful day." I said, "Yes, ma'am, it is." And in my head, I'm like, "Yeah, you were trying to see."
Right.
That's why you don't judge people, because you don't know what people got going on. Because that lady judged us, and she had no clue that we had a wheelchair in the back and we were supposed to be in this spot, just like her. Okay.
Yep.
So it was things like that, but I never put myself in a mental state or in a mental position where I needed to double check, I guess, on me, and that is good and bad, because it came back to bite me in the end.
It's cold. Stuff is blowing everywhere.
Because then you gotta then that leads to a moment of, girl, you need to check on you.
Yeah. Right.
But there's a little later in the conversation.
Right.
So where were we?
Well, it was not having no one to speak to. You touched on that. You also touched on why did you stay so early on?
Oh, it was the 2 years. So yeah, dealing with.
Oh, it was on the 2 years. I'm
yeah, so dealing with that in the 2 years, and just basically learning how to be a caretaker. Because listen, let me tell you something. I respect all caretakers, nurses, personal nurses and physicians. Like, it is not easy mentally or physically to take care of people. Because I remember when you were learning how to walk back, get back to your natural state, man, my shoulders they took a hit, because that weight, you're trying to walk and all of that is on you and you're on me, and I gotta be straight. And I'm like, no, you good, don't worry about it. It's mentally and physically challenging to be a caretaker. And I salute, my head's off to all caretakers, because it's not easy. But it is rewarding. I will say that it is definitely a rewarding profession. But not for me, but to you out there who I can't even get it out. So those of you out there who that is your thing, listen.
Hats off to y'all.
For real.
Y'all are very much appreciated.
Very much appreciated.
Because it's been some times where Mia probably did some things that a caretaker would do. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, so in the first 2 years, that's where it was just learning mentally, basically, how to assist you and how to assist you in a way that you needed to be assisted as well. Because sometimes we get to try to assist people and we want to do it our way. I had to learn it your way, even if that meant, we two different handed. So I'm dominant in one area and you're in the other. So I had to rearrange and reshift.
Yeah.
So it was the mental capacity of just learning how to take care of somebody the way they needed to be taken care of, and not just you just in there doing your own thing.
Did you ever have a breakdown and cry like,
no?
This girl here, boy.
No, I didn't. I'm awesome. Like, no, I'm just playing. But no, I didn't have a breakdown, because I don't feel like I ever had a moment to, because my thing was I can't get down because I gotta keep you together. I had moments of dealing with other things, like, when we were talking about the love life and all of that, like I had moments of, dang, am I not, what's up? Well,
right, okay.
I'm trying to initiate this don't want to go down. I ain't gonna say what else happened. I'm gonna leave that alone and in the past, but
it's a good time.
She was doing some other things that she shouldn't have been doing. that also led to me feeling certain kinds of ways.
Oh, okay.
That's all I'm gonna say. Did they do it for you though?
How are you dealing with it now?
Now it's kind of like clockwork. Now it's we've done this, you know. Now it's nothing, you know. Now I ain't gotta put titties on your head. No.
That was a thing. A wheelchair, okay? For her to make me feel comfortable in a wheelchair, okay? We would be wheeling. I would be getting pushed, and we'd be in the grocery store. She just like, titties on your head, titties on your head. And I used to just let this shit happen.
Oh, you let it happen, or you wanted it to happen?
Let and want it. All of the above, because it was just, she made me feel like it was okay. Aww. And I think that's the most important thing with this interview is letting your partner know that it is okay. And if this is who I choose to be with, we are going to do this together. And a lot of people don't really know what you're going through. People don't ask. You know what I'm saying, for the most part. Sometimes I think people forget.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Out of sight, out of mind. And it's not there. It's not part of their everyday life. So they don't. It's not a thing. Were you ever embarrassed? Like, because I used to fall a lot.
No, I wasn't ever embarrassed. It was just, I didn't see it as an issue. It was just like, okay. Like, I see things differently. And so, like, you falling wasn't embarrassing for me. I think it was more so embarrassing for you. And then it would be like, okay, gather you together. It's okay, you know. You okay? You good? You know, because there were a lot of moments like that. So I wasn't ever embarrassed. It was like, you see this wheelchair, you see how she walking, like you can see something going on. It's not no alcohol around, so you know.
Oh my goodness, that is a thing. Okay, story time, because we on Mia's interview. The first time I met her grandma, spirit led, baby strong. Her grandma called her mama. We came over. Now her grandma had a whole lot of stairs. Okay, stairs are challenging to this day for me. But she had a whole lot of stairs, and we had one drink. Okay, what do we have? Was it brandy or scotch?
Brandy.
A shot of brandy. Had a drink with grandma, right? We left. I mean, we stayed some time, but we left. And grandma called me and mom like, Nikki is drunk. Well, I don't even know what she said, Nikki. She probably was like, that girl is drunk. And what happened from there?
My mama called me. So my grandma called my mama and was like, they left here and Nikki looked a little drunk. So I don't know who drove home, but my grandma was worried that she was drunk driving me back to the house. And so I had to tell my mom, but my mama called me and was like, you let her drink like that? I said, Mom, she was not drunk. She has MS, and it affects her walk. Oh.
Why you sound
well, I
like
don't
that?
know, because that's how she sounds. Yeah, what you want me to do?
Ooh.
But I didn't know. Mama called me. I was like, well, let her know. I don't know.
Right, like, I'm not drunk.
Yeah.
Even now, to this day, we'll go into the liquor store, and I'll be like, he's probably like, that bitch don't need no more to drink. Baby, I ain't even had no drink. So, that's why we don't That's why we are so big on not judging. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we human, and maybe sometimes we do, but we slip right back and be like, you know what? We don't know that situation. Y'all joined our game. Y'all will see me said the same thing about the groceries. About bringing the groceries in. We don't know what that man was going through at the time that he couldn't bring those groceries in. So we try not to judge, and we try to just observe. Because who was we to judge, honey?
That part.
Mind your business.
That part.
Okay. Mia's running through these questions. I got some more. Let's see. We said that. I don't think that's a quick question. Damn. Any input you have?
On what?
Like you being a spouse of someone. Oh, I do have one. Do you feel like you're missing out on things like activities or places like concerts or stuff like that? You feel like you miss out on some things because of my mobility issues?
I don't necessarily like the word missing out. Like, I don't like really that phrase. I don't necessarily feel like I'm missing out, but there are some things that, yes, I wish we could do, because like I like to be out in nature. I like to go walking. I would love to go and find trails and walk those, you know, or go visit places that have them, like the one place, what's it? Not Cambodia, Colombia or something with the stairs or something. Like, I would want to do that, but you can't, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you can to a certain extent, but then we would either have to stop at a certain point, and I don't feel like it's a hindrance. I feel like it's just a redirection. So, something's wrong with you, but I mean, that's how you got to look at things. I don't feel like I'm missing out on things because of that. Like, do I want to do that? Yes. Can I do it? Absolutely. I can still go, and we can still go visit this place, and I can still have my fun. I just may we might go with someone else who is doing it, and she would sit in like the coffee shop area or whatever, you know. So I don't necessarily feel like I'm missing out on things. It's just a redirection of my attention in other places that we can, and other things that we can do. And if it's something that I really want to do, then I'll find different means to go ahead and get that done. But I'm not gonna make you feel bad for something that is uncontrollable. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But I don't try to keep you from doing those things either.
You know.
I be like, look, like, you know, for the next adventure, I'm like, look, if you find somebody that you want to do it with, just
Right,
go
but
ahead and enjoy yourself. Because
Right.
I'm going to enjoy me.
Right. But it's not necessarily that. I don't feel like, okay, I get it. You're like, yeah, go do it, but you are my person to go do it with, you know. So
I get it.
And it's not like we live close to family, and I mean we have friends out here, but we don't live close to a lot of them either. So if we're going on a cruise or something that's an excursion, if it's just me and you, who do I have to go with, you know?
Better make friends on the ship.
I mean, you're true, but you got to watch that too. So
Very much so.
You know, I feel like stuff just.
Not
I
that
feel
important.
like you got with the right person.
I feel like I got with the right person.
Certain things aren't just that important to me. I mean, if it's something that I really, really want to do, then I'll find the means to go do it. But I really haven't even come across too many things that was just like, I want to do this. I don't care. We're gonna figure it out. Like,
I feel like Spirit showed out with this one.
Alrighty then, that's her opinion.
That's fact, y'all. If y'all feel, no.
Leave it in the comments.
Okay.
I don't like that girl. Mia.
Okay. Right. She's not
banged.
right for you.
Okay.
She probably pushed you out the wheelchair. We just don't really know.
You look scared when she's hot.
Tensed up.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else you would like to add? Any advice for people or do's and don'ts?
Do's and don'ts, I think it would be, I can't tell you what to do. I think that you would have, if you are someone in a relationship or dating someone with a disease, I would say that just get to know them and what they need, and if you want to be of assistance, figure out what that looks like for them, because that's important. Try not to get caught up on certain things, like there will be times that you might have to look within yourself. Don't get caught up on the way they act all the time, because there were times during that depression where she did get mean, and I had to maneuver around that, because I had to understand or understand that that wasn't necessarily who she was. It was a combination of what she was going through. It could have been also the medicine affecting her the natural chemistry of her body. I don't really know what it was, but I know for me, it came off as me. I ain't wanna deal with it. I shouldn't have had to, but you still have to maneuver around that, because she still needed my assistance and my help. So there is a journey within yourself along this journey with somebody else dealing with a disease, and I would say go talk to somebody if you need to. Some people can't hold things in. Don't. If you are a person that you cannot hold things in, go talk to somebody. Let it out, because you will not be of assistance to anyone if you break down and have meltdowns all the time. Go talk to somebody. Talk to your mate, because just because they are going through, they are not the only ones going through. And sometimes they can feel like the whole world fell and it's all about them.
Right.
No, it is not, ma'am or sir. It is not. You are going through this together. You lost your ability to walk, so did that other person. So be kind, you know. I had to tell her a couple times. We had to have a couple conversations. Hey, you need to back off. I am doing the best that I can. I get that you are going through, but you're not the only one. At some point, I did have to tell her that, because she got into, I guess, dealing with the depression, you got into a state where it was kind of, you felt like it was all about you and your MS, and everybody around you is trying to help you. So don't act like that. Don't be that way. Don't be unkind when people are being nothing but kind to you. Like, you have to, it's a lot. You got to realize that you are going through this with someone, so go through it with them. Don't push them away. So yeah, I definitely would say, if you are somebody who can't handle that type of journey alone, go talk to somebody. Talk to your mate. I really don't have do's and don'ts, because everybody is different, but I would just say learn what your partner likes, what they need in that situation,
and also what you need.
What you need also is important, because like I said, I did get caught up in so much of what she needed, that there was a time that I forgot about what I needed, and I let that take control, and I didn't like break down and cry or nothing, but there was a moment where I had to be honest with myself that I needed to just have a moment. So don't be afraid to have those moments. Have as many of those moments as you need to get yourself through, so that you can continue to grow and be strong for whoever it is that you are helping along your journey.
And that's your mate, your kids, parents.
Mm-hmm.
Just be kind.
Be kind, and definitely take care of self.
And those who are being taken care of, be kind, because people hit people. Like,
wait a minute.
No, yeah, I be hearing stories about the older people. They be hitting their AIDS and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So just be kind, but I think that was got a little emotional. I think that was kind of
it.
yeah.
You okay?
If y'all have any additional comments for Mia, y'all can leave them in the comments.
Yeah, you can leave them in the comments. You can DM us on All Inclusive, TikTok and Instagram. I am an open book. I am not, when it comes to this topic, I am not ashamed to answer any questions that you have, because sometimes people need help. People need to be able to talk to somebody, and if you need to talk to somebody, if you're dealing with this, I'll lend it here. I ain't got, well, I do have other things to do, but I can't say that. But I can lend an ear. I can give, I don't want to say advice, but I can just let you know what my journey was like. And if you can take away something from that, then that's great.
Yep. So we show gratitude for y'all giving us a moment of y'all time. Stay tuned for part 3 and hit that notification bell so y'all can know when part 3 drops. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Tell your friends to tell their friends to come and follow All
So tell their
Inclusive.
mama.
Okay.
And they daddy. To come be All
Sister,
Inclusive.
cousin, brother. Oh, that was a bird.
And very close.
Sister, cousin, brother, auntie, uncle, nephew, niece, everybody. It's all included, baby. So come on over and have a good time with us.
See y'all later.